A former youth organizer of the Convention People's Party (CPP), James Kwabena Bomfe, otherwise known as Kabila, proceeded to court in March 2017 seeking constitutional interpretation on the extent to which the state should get involved in religious matters such as supporting Muslim pilgrims to perform the Hajj and attempts by the Akufo-Addo administration to support the church in Ghana to build a national cathedral. Kabila also wanted the Supreme Court to restrain government or any of its representatives from participating in or taking any steps towards construction of the Ghana National Cathedral, including the demolition of residence of justices of the superior courts. Kabila was further seeking a declaration that the setting up of a Hajj board by government for the purposes of coordinating, supporting and or aiding Ghanaian Muslims to embark on a religious pilgrimage to Mecca amounted to purposely adding, endorsing, supporting and or offering preferential governmental promotion of and or excessive entanglement of Ghana with a religion or religious practice, and thus unconstitutional. In their unanimous decision, the Supreme Court said the provisions of the 1992 Constitution, particularly Article 130, being challenged by the plaintiff, are clear and unambiguous. The panel further noted that the allocation of the land for the construction of the National Cathedral was carried out by President Akufo-Addo with due process and with regard to the laws governing public lands in the country, and as such, no law was breached by the President of the Republic. The court also observed that the claim that government crossed the line drawn by the 1992 Constitution when it comes to the relationship that should exist between government and religious institutions is unfounded. The court says it sees the plan of government to build a national cathedral as a fulfillment of the duties imposed on government by the Constitution when it comes to the directive principles of state policy. In its considered opinion, the court says the application does not raise any legitimate issue for constitutional interpretation, and the case is therefore dismissed. Deputy Attorney General Godfred Yeboah Daming, after the court's sitting, welcomed the decision of the Supreme Court. He said clarity has been brought to government's decision to construct a national cathedral.
What the court stated, that secularism has two elements: the freedom to practice religion in the country and the absence of discrimination. There's clearly the freedom of any person at all in Ghana, whether citizen or not, to practice and manifest his religious beliefs. And that is what the plaintiff in this case failed to allege or even prove. Now further, there has also not been the establishment of any discrimination at all. But indeed, the state supports religion in various forms, as was noted by the court. If the state is sponsoring Hajj, it doesn't imply clearly that the state should also sponsor the pilgrimage of Christians.
Lawyer for the applicant, Dr. Aziz Bamba, addressing the media after the court sitting, said his client accepts the decision of the court. He, however, cautioned government over what he says could be the possible outpour of demands on the state by other religious denominations for financial support in their endeavors.
In the 1960s, when we were coming out with the 1969 Constitution, the Constitution frameworks were very clear that our republic, that is the Republic of Ghana, must remain indifferent to religion. They were very, very clear about that. Now, what the Supreme Court has essentially said in this case, and I think it is good for the rule of law, is that the government of Ghana, and this means essentially the president, the parliament, all ministries, now are at liberty to extend any support to any religion whatsoever, whether it is Christianity, whether it is Islam, whether it is Hinduism, whether it is Ekanka, any religion, even including those who do not have a religion. Because as the Supreme Court rightly pointed out, everybody has to be treated equally.